So, let's cut the drama here, and directly get to the topic in hand. It's not SBMM, it's something else. You may have seen loads of videos about it, and have somewhat idea that it's EBMM. Experience-based matchmaking. It's not EBMM or SBMM, it's MBMM. Movement-based matchmaking. And I'm going to try to prove my statement. Now, let me tell you what I'm talking about. Let's define the movement first. Basically, it's everything you do in-game. How many steps you took, how much of it you ran, how much of it you slide, how much of it you crouch walk, how do you check corners, do you slide or bunny hop, how quick are you to aim at enemies, what percentage of your shot actually hit, where do they hit, at what accuracy, which are your preferred weapon types, which is the most used gun, how do you build that gun, do you make it for faster ADS or for quick reloading, your reaction time, how quick it was, how was your flicks, do you snap at enemies or do you slowly aim at them, do you drop shot or jump shot, do you pre-aim and fire to corners and obvious places, do you play objective, how much time do you spend on objective, which score streaks do you equip, which perks you prefer, which field upgrade you prefer, which lethal equipment you use, which non-lethal equipment you use, and more things that we cannot grasp. And this is why KD is not the actual way to measure one's skill group. KD is not that important. So how do you test this? How can you say that this thing exists? Well, when I started playing this game, I started to suspect that this is more than your KD. I first suspected this when I was using assault rifles. All my enemy team was using assault and tactical rifles. When I jumped to SMGs, all my enemy team were using SMGs. I thought, what is happening? Why the fuck my opponent seems to change weapons at the same time as I did? Maybe a match or two later. Second one was when I started to slide everywhere and check corners while sliding. My opponent started to do the same with jump shot. Third one was when I really noticed that everyone was running same perks and equipment like they were my clone. My suspicion really turned into fact when I start to reverse boost. Why? Because I'm a good player, not a sweat, but good casual player with good aim. I was focusing on going down in bottom 40% of skill group and then it hit me. I was camping most of the time, I was firing without ADS, I was aiming at legs or sky to shoot opponent, and I started to get people exactly like me. That's when I started to watch SBMM videos, but no one seems to knew or felt as I did. So here we are. Before we get into main topic, a little disclaimer: if you are hoping for some positive result or happy ending, click off this video right now, because this is real deal. I don't need people who get butt hurt over facts here. Now how do we prove all this movement stuff? In Season 2, they gave us a free wristwatch which counts our footsteps. I started to monitor my footsteps from that point on, and I noticed when I play like a sweat, my footstep count was in higher numbers depending on maps. And when I play like a mouth breather, who does not understand how to shoot or what FPS games are, my footstep count was really low. To second part, how do I show you that I'm having bad time playing with myself? I'm outgunning myself every game. How do I tell you as an audience, that I feel terrible playing like a sweat? That I am not having any fun? I thought about it for like 5 minutes and it clicked. Whenever you feel anything, your heartbeat changes. You feel happy, sad, bored or anything, your heartbeat changes. So, when I feel terrible for playing, I get stressed out. That leads to higher BPM, that is beats per minute. And thanks to Corona, I had an oximeter at my home to measure my heart rate. And I did exactly that. I started to record my heartbeat after every match. Whenever I used to get sweaty lobby, my heartbeats were higher than usual, and whenever I used to get causal lobbies, my heartbeats were normal. So, I recorded all of this into an Excel sheet to make comparison. I saw a pattern. Whenever I sweat, my footsteps are high with higher BPM. I'm not going to compare my footsteps to heartbeat, as that would be stupid as hell, but I would be comparing footsteps to KD in that particular game. Like I said earlier, KD is not that important, but we have no actual way to measure it in any other way. Trust me, I tried. Before we get into actual Excel sheet where I show all this information to you, I have to make some things clear. First, you have nothing on me to trust me enough on this information. So, you have to take my word for it, and I'll link this Excel sheet and script for this video in description so you can go check yourself. Second, for heartbeats, everyone shows different heartbeats for any given situation. That is solely depends on your health, weight and medical conditions. I'm no expert, but I will make this clear from start. I'm an underweight guy with weight of 45 kg with BMI of 14.6. Acceptable BMI should be between 18.5 to 25. I have taken this into consideration. Now for heartbeats, a normal guy my age, his resting heartbeats should be between 60 to 100. In my case, when I'm resting, my heartbeats are between 70 to 80. They go up to 140 when I do 60 push-ups, 3 sets of 20. This was just for scale so we don't have any confusion. Let's get straight into it. So, here is the Excel sheet. As you can see, I have created 5 sheets. I have taken the Nuketown, a classic map. I have measured how many steps it takes to get somewhere in map for different scenarios using this watch in private match to make base of our data. From your spawn to their spawn, it takes 55 steps from side, and to return from there, it takes 100 steps. If you take the route from middle of the map from your spawn, it takes 30 steps to get to their spawn. And to move from house to house or window to window specifically from stairs, takes 50 steps. For the next part, we come to our main topic, the actual data. For that I needed to set some rules, to ensure the authenticity of data generated by me. So, rule number 1, organic and unbiased inputs. Rule number 2, facts over feelings. Rule number 3, back up everything with statistical data. I treated this as a statistical assignment rather than fun personal project. As you can see here, in sweat games I played, I got footstep count in range of 1,200 to 1,500 with an average of 1,345. I got SPM as a medium to show that it was really a high-skill gameplay. I'm not going to explain each gameplay, but the second one you can interpret was a sweaty as hell with that KD. 7th one was too sweaty, and 9th one was too tedious. And one main point, these were all high-kill gameplays with kills more than 60. I averaged at solid 2.11 KD, which is pretty high for Cold War. And my heart rate was higher too. And if you are wondering why footsteps are in perfect zeros, it was for ease of understanding and calculation. I didn't want to touch anything else of this as it's way important. So, to casual. In casual games I played, I got footstep count in range of 650 to 1,300 with an average of 987. Now you can compare this with sweat lobbies where it was 1,345. See the difference yourself. As you can see, my BPM was at resting rate. Again, self-explanatory. These all were medium kill gameplays between 40 to 50. For the noob gameplay I got, what can I say, these people took my sanity away and shoved up my ass. I could not stand those morons. Anyways, I got footstep count between 500 to 700 and average about 570. I don't have words for KD and SPM. Again, BPM was at resting rate. These all were low kill gameplays between 10 to 25. Now for the last part we compile all this data as whole and try to make some sense. As you can see, I have all the data together and now let's make a graph out of this. As I said earlier, I will be comparing footsteps to KD. See this scatter graph, it clearly shows gap between groups. We can say that these groups are skill brackets of the players and it shows upward trend showing low skill to high skill. Now let's find out correlation or R-squared value. This value shows the relation between two data sets. Let's see correlation between these two data sets. It's 0.75. Means, it's positive and shows strong relation. Which is also the reason why our graph is upward trending. That confirms my observation. That was not a feeling but a fact. Rule 1, 2 and 3 all checked. One more thing before saying, oh, we cracked this is incomplete. Without any actual software that shows codes for this system, we cannot say anything. I just love this plausible deniability of Activision. Now, for the conclusion part, what I was feeling was, not just turned out to be true but also confirmed by former Activision employee in his deleted Reddit post. And they have 3 different patents for matchmaking. This is the dark and shady side of these people. You cannot win against these people, these are the people in power. They control everything. Rebel as much as you want, you'll still cooked. And not to mention the microtransaction implementation. I don't have any data about it as I don't care about buying skins to look cool. Call of Duty is a good product. One of the best entertainments out there. But Activision took it and added this matchmaking, turning it into shit and some dumb fucks say it's good. It's like you ordering food at a restaurant and server spitting in it and not telling you. Let me visualize it. Activision be like this. Activision dick riders be like this. And I'm like this. How do you feel now? Now, I have a question, for people who want change in Call of Duty, who watch Call of Duty content on YouTube of people with Call of Duty creator code, why? That is like feeding the addiction. You are an addict. Good, here's some more, enjoy. You will not change anything. If you want change, watch people who are critical like Blame Truth, 8 Thoughts and many more I don't know about. And to people who say that this game resonate realism, let me stop you right there. When was the last time you saw a soldier carrying a .50 caliber rifle like it ain't shit? Those rifles are heavy as fuck. Like 9 kilo per gun, that does not count bullets which are about 50 grams each. That is like half a kilo of magazines, and not to add secondary weapon with its own weight and armor and helmet and grenades, this adds up to 15 to 20 kilos of weight. And you see people running around map like a rabbit, jumping and sliding like they some kind of Hulk. Give me a fucking break, will you? And there are other people, who sees and understands that this is just money grab and Activision do not care about you. Money grab is also fine, chasing bag, everyone's doing it, me too, you can't really hate anyone for it. I also want to talk about some marketing ethics Activision is breaking, by following them. There is this rule in marketing world, that says, you don't market products to children under 13. I'll just read from this article. Quote, being susceptible to the advertising is one of the vulnerabilities companies rely on. If they play their chips right, those kids will grow up as loyal customers and quite possibly introduce the same products to their own offspring. The fact that the children aren't as ad resilient as adults are, has become a goldmine for many companies and is sometimes used in unethical ways by the marketing experts, end quote. Another statement says, quote, believe it or not, there are many rules when it comes to this type of marketing. Advertising to children is restricted in Great Britain, Greece, Belgium and Denmark. While in Norway, Sweden, and Quebec advertising to children under the age of 12 is illegal, end quote. Go ahead and read that article, it's horrifying. Linked in description. So how Activision circumvent this? They give YouTubers free shit. Then they go ahead and upload that shit on their channel and all these kids see that shit and start drooling over it. Most of these YouTubers are nothing but Activision dick riders. And that is how you ride that Activision dick to perfection. Some even go as far as rejecting best weather pussy in the world to ride that Activision dick. Remember when supply drops happened? All these YouTubers uploaded, oh, look at this gun I got from this drop. Then the kids actually went and bought those and got nothing. If any one of you wanted to stop getting killed by purple tracers coming out of some anime skin's asshole, you could have stopped that then and there. Some YouTubers even spoke out about it, they got the somewhat support, but clearly not enough. These YouTubers could have made fuckload of more money by some actual ethical way. But no, they want that immediate gratification. I'm all for making money, I mean, shit, I'm doing same by going to college and by studying. But please, leave these kids alone. I hate it, when someone breaks ethics and morality of anything. And when you do this, you pay price. Anyways, let's change topic. There is this tweet by David Vonderhaar saying, we have latency-based matchmaking. It's complete bullshit. I live in a third world shithole and the nearest Call of Duty server is 4,000 kilometers away from me. I get average of 60 ping in any given match, sometimes shoots up to 150. So, I shouldn't even complain about ping in the first place. But, when I'm playing in low skill lobby, my ping is 60 and when I'm in high skill lobby, my ping is 130 to 150. So, no, ping is not the king. If you want to have matchmaking in game, copy and paste from Valve. They do so much things correct when it comes to matchmaking. That is why CS:GO is the one of the best competitive FPS shooter games out there. But Call of Duty is a casual title, an arcade shooter, so why have this strict matchmaking in the first place? Makes no sense at all. And it is very easy to exploit, in other words, broken. There is another issue of developers not playing their own game. I have a theory for it. Once I was playing Cold War in front of my mum, I could not believe what she said. She said, turn off this game, my eyes are hurting. She is 45 years old and most of the Call of Duty developers are of same age. David Vonderhaar is 48. That could be the reason, the game is so fast-paced, that these old heads cannot keep up with the things going on in there. This could be complete stupidity but also a good theory in my books. And as we are talking about developers, do not harass these people on internet. They are just doing their work. I have nothing but goodwill and respect for these people. And to Bobby, every year you fuck us in the ass. You know what? I'm done getting fucked in the ass. My asshole needs a break. You're not fucking me no more.